Hello, welcome to Burning Questions, August 15, a big show planned. And as usual on the show, we've had some technical difficulties. We've had a bit of trouble arranging the show, but we've got a cracking lineup to preview the meeting at Melton on Saturday night, August 17. I won't ask you to say hello, Jason Lee, but just give us a thumbs up because I think if we bring the mute button off your phone, we're going to have all sorts of trouble. But great to have you on. Herbie is driving winners on broomsticks at the moment, and he's been able to give us a couple of minutes before heading off to Kilmore tonight. Herbie, thanks for jumping in, mate.
Great to be here, Tim. Thank you.
And Tayla French is our third guest. I've probably spent the last hour with you, Tayla, just talking about everything in harness racing while we wait for these two fools to get us sorted for the show.
Hello, thank you.
Great to be on. And looking forward to the insights. Of course, we're looking at Saturday night, August 17, and we'll start the first question with our number one sponsor, Pride's Easy Feed, stands as a proud supporter of the harness racing industry with their set recipes and quality ingredients to give the trainer confidence in what they're feeding. So make the switch to Pride's and start getting the result you've been chasing. Herb is unbeaten when teaming up with Dan, but with speed to his inside, what should be the plan? We'll leave you to last, Herbie. We'll go to you, Jace, if you want to bring yourself off mute. You're not involved in race one on the card. But who wins at MacDan? Tango Tara's drawn on the one. And, yeah, we've got a big field of free-for-allers here. How do you see it?
Yeah, obviously the free-for-all races have been awesome sort of to watch of late. One thing under the NR system is it's probably made really strong free-for-all races. It's just maybe a little hard for horses on the verge or just under to get winnable races. But going to this one, I thought MacDan's probably on top. Herbie could win on a broomstick at the minute he's airborne. He's making all the right decisions. And obviously there's a few others there that are going pretty well. The only other one that I thought that maybe at a price and it's just airborne is Rakiro Rebel. I just reckon she's flying and just can't get much luck probably against the open class ones, but her form's awesome. And the only other one was Bark, who's probably can't win maybe this week, but his trial at Melton Monday night was awesome. He was unbelievable, I thought.
Good stuff. We'll put you back on mute, Jace. And we might go to you, Taylor. You're not involved in the free-for-all pace, but you know these horses really well. How do you see it panning out? MacDan's very fast out, but Tango Tara has good speed. Hurricane Harley can get out as well. And, it's not all, I guess it doesn't all come down to who finds the front because this is a field stacked with talent.
Yeah, that's it. And I think, it's a little bit of an interesting race, what's going to happen early, but I think Hurricane Harley may just push a button. Obviously, with stablemate MacDan drawn outside of it. Last time Tango Tara and Hurricane Harley met, Hurricane Harley crossed it from the pole. So, it'd be interesting to see what happens there. But same as what Jay said, I'm pretty convinced Rakiro Rebel will run another really good race. If it's up on the speed and not out the back like it has been as of late, it should be closing in real good at the finish.
Yeah, I think that's a really good observation. I think Rakiro Rebel's $10 or something like that. So if she just lands close enough in the running line, she's going to be very dangerous. Herbie, before we talk about race one, just a quick word. What can you? I was thinking when I was driving down today to Melton. My illustrious cricket career had 1 century in it, and I reckon I remember that day so well because I feel like I couldn't do anything wrong that day. You must feel like everything you drive at the moment, just everything's, bar a couple of little mishaps last night, basically everything's going to plan.
Yeah, I thought the run had come to an end last night with a couple of them. They weren't on their best behaviour. We lost our gate for a second there with one of them and lost steering with the other, but it soon turned back around and we're back into the winner's circle. But it's just one of those things. You've got to be behind the right horses, and fortunately enough, cat's trying to come in the car. Fortunately enough, the last sort of 6 weeks we've just been on the right horses and been racing really well, and it's a credit to everyone, behind the scenes, the trainers and that have been able to get them going as good as they have been. And, even the team at home here, they're ticking on really well as well. So, just being on the right horses, Timmy, and, probably been pulling the right rein here and there, but you got to have the power behind you.
Anything to do with the new card, Herbie? I had someone ask me the other day. Is that? I mean, it's certainly not a hindrance, I guess.
No, it's been probably come at the same time. But yeah, no, it's really good. The UFOs are what the best drivers in the world use, in the States and around the world. So yeah, I'm happy to be using one.
Good stuff. Hey, race 1, Mac Dan, you're 2 from 2 driving this horse. Look, you used him very hard early last week last start, and he couldn't get across, but he was really strong late. I'm assuming you're going to go forward and try and find the front here?
Yeah, I'd say that'll be the plan. Hopefully we don't have to do too much. The way it's sort of looking early, Rakiro Rebel should be able to get to the running line, and Buckin always goes forward. If they go back on him in this sort of race, and the way he's been going lately, that'd be something. It'd be quite surprising. So she's going to be quite close and getting quite a good run. So as we all know, she's going really well. So if we can get to the front without doing a ridiculous amount, that'll help. But that little horse on the fence, as you saw last week, even after burning for 200 early, he was still quite strong late, and I didn't really ask that much of him. He did it quite within himself. So yeah, it'll be an interesting race.
Tango Taro, are you worried about him? What he might do to you? He's got good speed.
Yeah, you got to worry about him. He has got quite good gate speed, and he doesn't generally get the draws. So we're going to have to be on our best to get across him early.
Good stuff. We've lost Taylor French, but I reckon she's let someone in the house. Or what's going on there, Taylor?
She was about to go flat.
We'll keep pressing on. Logical Staffing Solutions provide labour hire and recruitment services to the transport, warehousing, automotive and manufacturing industries. The logical solution for your staffing needs. Tokyo is back to face his biggest test. So will he simply prove the best? We'll hold you to last here, Jace, for talking about race 6, number 2, Kiang Tokyo. Very progressive young horse. Well, Taylor, while you look like you've sorted everything out here. Race 6, we're talking about Kiang Tokyo. I like his chances, but this is no doubt his biggest test. Do you think he can win on Saturday night?
He can definitely win with the right luck, but he's obviously a very nice class horse, and that's not probably an ideal first up field to be in against. There's some pretty handy horses in it as well, but no doubt he's going to be on top of his game. But like Jay said in his post-trial interview, that it's going to take a few runs for him to get his peak fitness, and they've got the size coming up to get him ready for. So I don't think this is going to be his jackpot run. Like, they're probably in it to win it, but yeah, I don't think if he gets beat, it's going to be much of a hassle. I think Dangerous is a really good one to follow here in this race. It's going to get a nice run through, and yeah, it trialled really well at Monday night at Bendigo. So yeah, it won't be far away.
Good stuff. Herbie, race 6, Kiang Tokyo, you're not involved in the race. If you were to sort of lean one way or the other, do you think he wins the race, or are you concerned about some of his opposition, including Oliver Dan and even Dangerous, as Taylor talked about?
Well, it's so hard, when you get a nice horse like this, how quickly they go through their classes. You look at the horses that he raced in the Royal Cup last start. You're looking at up to 52 sort of raters. Even his start before that, when he was probably in his proper grade. You're looking at a few nice horses back in the field, but this race is another step up again. So first up, sort of thrown in the deep end, but I'd say he's definitely got the ability to have them covered, but it's just a thing of fitness and that. So look, I'm sure you'll have to burn a little bit to get across Charlie's Angel at the start. He was actually still very good last week after going, I think they went 26.9 off the back. He still only got beat probably a metre or so. So his run last week was super, and Greg on board's always a help. So yeah, he's going to have to be pretty good, I'd say.
Jace, is he pretty good? Can he win?
Yeah, he's really good. Whatever happens this week, I think he's got a pretty bright future. All going well. Yeah, we're pretty excited about him, and we definitely think he can win this week. It's probably just going to come down to how much we have to do, but he's definitely forward enough to be there. he's probably a little more forward than I actually even thought. So yeah, he's definitely a legitimate winning chance, and obviously, like Tay said, we've probably got the size as our major sort of goal at the moment. So this isn't, his grand final, but yeah, he's there, ready to go. And if he doesn't have any bad luck and doesn't have to do too much, I think he'd be hard to beat.
Is he any chance of getting a run in the Eureka, Jace?
Oh, I don't think so. It was probably, you're allowed to dream, I suppose, and probably chucked it out there a couple of times, more hopeful. But realistically, it was probably a genuine chance if we had kept racing and he had kept performing, if he had won another few in town and got through to Metro grade. But we just give him a little freshen up, and he just had a little setback, nothing major. He just sort of tied up after having a little freshen up. So we're pretty steady getting him back to the races, and now there's probably a couple dropped away from the race that, yeah, I've got no doubt that if he had been able to get into it, he definitely would have been competitive. I know there's some great horses in it, but yeah, we've got a pretty high opinion of this fella and think that he'll do a pretty good job over the next sort of 12 to 18 months.
Confidence levels on Saturday night, though. Confident with the right run, he can win.
Yeah, look, you don't want to make a fool of yourself and get too confident on here and then get rolled. But look at poor old Geordie last week. He was pretty confident with Catch a Wave, and these things happen. But yeah, I'm pretty confident that he'll be ready to boogie, as Kyle Marshall would say.
Yeah, well, good. I'm going to make him a best bet. There's the early spoiler alert. So you haven't talked me out of it, Jace. We'll go down as fools together if we get him beat. Really good insight there. Looking forward to Kiang Tokyo race 6, number 2. Third question. The gate looks tricky again for Rapid Return. So can Tay weave some magic to give followers an earn? Tayla, we'll hold you to last in this question. We're talking about. What race are we talking about? Let me type this in. We're talking about race 7, number 6, Rapid Return for David Abrahams. We'll go straight back to you, Jace. You're not involved in this race. Herbie is. Look, Rapid Return's been drawing bad. I think 6 second row draws, and then drew barrier 6 last start and ran a cracker, and then draw 6 again here. But going really well. Even sort of race. Did you have any opinion on race 7, Jace?
Look, to be honest, I haven't had a great look at it, but just head him up. I thought trialled really good, and pretty sure he's first up for the Justice Camp. They've got a great record with trotters and Metro trotters, and their team's been going really good. But yeah, obviously you got the Frenchie factor on Rapid Return, so she'll definitely give it every chance. But yeah, probably a difficult race to line them up. But if I had to go one, maybe head them up with what I've seen at the trials.
Good stuff. Thanks, Jace. Herbie, you are driving horse 4, Dichotomy for Jess Tubbs. Really impressive winner, I thought, last start. I sort of took that horse on a bit, to be honest, and yeah, made me look silly. I thought that was a really good performance. How do you see this race on Saturday night?
Yeah, she was, quite good last start. It was sort of an even sort of run race, and had to get her out 3 wide early and rolling, and she kept on rolling and was strong through the line. So I was quite happy with that. This race, it's probably hasn't probably got the depth that last race had that she won. So be interesting. Head him up, as Jay said. He's quite a nice horse, come down from Queensland. His Queensland form is very good too. Say he trialled well. I haven't seen the trial, but I know he's got a pretty big motor. First up down here from 7, it's not an easy task. But Rapid Return was a really good run last start. She hit the line really well from quite a way back, and I can't remember the horse to her inside that she ran past, but it was a really honest run and definitely an eye catcher. Yeah, but it is an interesting race. You even got like Meadow Valley Star off the back row who can really put in a good run when everything's right and it keeps its gate early. So, it's going to be an interesting race.
Tayla, I think every time you open up the form guide, you feel like this horse hasn't got the right draw, and look, it's going to be very difficult again. But yeah, Rapid Return. I mean, yeah, looks ready to win when things pan out right.
Yeah, exactly. She's probably flying a little bit under the radar, but we won't complain. Her time will come. So, but if we drew probably 4 or 5, we'd push a button early. But 6, 7 is probably a little bit difficult for her. So we may make a mid-race move, just see what the tempo is like early. But yeah, she won't be too far away. That horse was Focus Herbie from last week,
Yep.
And it's drawn 2 here, so it doesn't have much gate speed. But yeah, it's interesting what can happen here. We actually had her nominated in the other race, and we're hoping she got a run because she would have drawn 1 under Ebony's Avenger. But yeah, they picked this race, so yeah, she won't be too far away.
Good stuff. Hey, just while we're chatting, Tay, race 9, number 7, Al Luciano. Looks very, very tricky race for Keith Cochin's horse, but a really good winner last time out.
Yeah, he's a nice little horse, that one. Probably a bit unlucky that there wasn't 8 runners and we drew off the second row because he's ODM. But yeah, it's a pretty crash-hot field. But yeah, you know, he's not far off them better horses either. So the draw makes it tricky once again, but he won't be far away.
And the last race, Paul Parsons has Bubba Scrub, I think, first up for the stable.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. Any chance at all?
I don't really know. I haven't really looked.
All right. Well, I don't think so. So we'll go with that. But good luck to you.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Hey, the fourth and final question is, it's exciting to have Harry back at the track, but could a race fit rival surprise and go whack? Of course, we're talking about race 8, number 4, Just Believe, the champion trotter from the Jess Tubbs stable. Goes around just after 9 p.m. We'll go to you, straight back to you, Tayla. You're not involved with the drive here, but is there any world where you can see Just Believe beaten on Saturday night?
No. But in saying that, he is backing up at Shep Tuesday night, so that's a little bit interesting. Yeah, they probably won't go all guns blazing if he's running around again Tuesday night, but we've seen him back up before and it hasn't seemed to faze him. But yeah, I don't know. I think he's pretty unbeatable with the form he's in. I know he's coming back after a freshen up, but yeah, he's on top for me.
Yeah, he's on top for me. Herbie, you know this horse really well. I think you spent a week with him in New Zealand. Any insights there before I get your thoughts on the race on Saturday night? What sort of customer is he?
Oh, he's a professional. You know, just does what he has to do, and you know, he's like Greg's best mate. They just seem to get along so well, and they got a real connection there. So yeah, it was a great week over there, having a bit of a look around and that. But yeah, it didn't faze him, and you know, as we well know, he's been around the world and he's done everything that he's really could do wherever he goes, sort of thing. So I'd say he's quite unbeatable here. Even first up, I'd say he'd still have him well and truly forward enough to tackle this field. But you know, at the end of the day, you still got to respect you know, horses like you know, Mufasa Metro's coming back from Queensland and coming back from a break too. So he'll only be better. And you know, even horses coming through like Ignite and Jason, I'm sure will give us a good insight on him. So at the end of the day, you know, he is a champion, so he definitely goes on top.
Jace, any chance you can spoil the party for the champion Just Believe with Kiang Ignite?
Oh, well, dreams are free, Toc, so yeah, probably not, but like I still think that, you know, Kiang Ignite's got really good X factor. Like he's probably one of the best trotters I've ever sort of got to be associated with, and he's sort of never probably been 100% since maybe even just only his early days. But yeah, we've been really happy with him, and he was good first up. Herbie just picked him up late with Harry Stamper, so yeah, he'll be there ready to race again. But obviously, Just Believe's probably just in a league of his own, and yeah, we need him to have an off night and us to be spot on to be turning the tables on him. But yeah, we'll have a crack and see how we go.
Would you be disappointed if he did run second?
Depending on what sort of trip we got, but probably not disappointed. Like, I know Aldebaran Zeus was maybe a little disappointing last week, and but class factor with him and Mufasa Metro's a seasoned professional at the top level. Sundown Courage has been great on and off when things go his way. So really hot field. So wouldn't be disappointed, but I'd like to think that we've got the horse that can at least run second.
Good stuff. We'll put you back on mute for a tick, and we'll go to the final segment, the Sharps Bakery best bets. And it seems, I feel like it's a nice segue straight into you, Herbie, because of everyone in the harness racing industry, I reckon you'd be the biggest supporter of Sharps Bakery.
Well, whenever we go north and through Birchip, definitely have to drop in to get a vanilla slice. They are tip top.
You do stock up too, don't you? You don't just get the one.
Oh, absolutely. They're not overpriced either, so you can.
Best bets. What are you doing on Saturday night for us?
It's a bit of a tricky night. There's a lot of horses that are probably best horses in the race. But I'm going to go with Tilly Jane in race 3. I really rate her, and very pretty's in the race, but she's drawn 7 over short, so it's not going to be an easy task for her. But I'd say Tilly Jane for me.
Okay, Tilly Jane for you, Herbie. Race 3, number 3. Tayla French, your best bet. Going to go with something of yours, or put the pressure on someone else?
No, I'm going to go against MacDan in the first. I'm going to go Rakira Rebel.
Yeah, good bet. On the each way or straight out the win?
Well, I think each way is probably $1.04, but maybe we might go win.
Well, this is a big call. If you can get this home, all power to you. Well done. Good stuff. Race 1, number 5, Rakiro Rebel. Jace, I'll give mine, and then maybe it's a segue to yours. I'm going to go with race 6, number 2, Kiang Tokyo. I found it a really tough night. I think there's going to be a couple of shorties that look pretty obvious, like you just believes and so on, and some really tricky races. But yeah, he'll do me. I reckon he'll come up backable odds in what is his biggest test. So race 6, number 2, Kiang Tokyo for me. Jason, what are you doing?
When's this going up, Talk?
Probably in about an hour, so around about the 3 p.m. mark.
I'll give you one for Saturday night as well, but I've got one tonight at Penrith that David Thorne and Will Rickson team up with a 2-year-old, and I think it's coming down for the sires, and they've got a pretty big wrap on it, so should be able to get yourself something early before going into the weekend. Just trying to find exactly what race it was. Race 7, number 5, Setup. There's pretty big wraps on it. So I think it'll be winning there. And I was probably going to go Tokyo, but just so we're not clashing, I'll just go for a big upset, and I'll go something small on King Knight to win.
Okay, good stuff. Anything else for the boys from the Mount? That's not a Mount Gambier tip, is it? Set up at Penrith.
Well, Will Rickson's airborne in Sydney at the minute, so I think the boys at the Mount are just following everything that he's driving. But I think their one that they were keen on was, is this just fantasy each way this week? So as Herbie said, that he really, liked there's a bit of speed in that one. I think, what was Herbie driving in that?
Tilly James, the tip, and Herbie's driving BMJ McRae.
Yeah, so I thought if Herbie's tipping that one, there might be a bit of pressure with Tilly Jane, and then coming from the good filly out wide, and she might even be a real good chance if they go to war.
Good stuff. 3 tips from Jason Lee. Let's hope you can land one, mate. Set up tonight, race 7, number 5, $1.65 out to $2. That's been Burning Questions, a great show on August 15. I really appreciate your insights, Jace, James Herbertson and Tayla French. And we'll be back next week with another edition. Punt well, and let's hope the photos go your way.